Now on 4 News Now at 6, Spokane County is getting ready to send out hundreds of thousands of ballots. We'll show you why mailing in early could be more important than ever.
The huge weather changes we've been tracking all week are almost here. I'm following the pattern shift from near 80 degrees and sunny to showers of barely 50 hour by hour in the first alert forecast.
Plus, downtown Spokane has seen a big jump in alcohol-related incidents. We'll show you whether a city pilot program has made a difference and the chances of it becoming permanent. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Excitement is building tonight for M's fans. Here's a look inside the Viking right near the 4 News Now studios, where fans are cheering on the Seattle Mariners, who need a win tonight to keep their World Series dream alive. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. We are currently in the bottom of the third inning. It just went to the top of the fourth. Mitch Garver with a sacrifice fly scoring Josh Naylor in the second for the game's only run at this point. George Kirby going head-to-head with Tarek Skubal. Kirby's thrown 3 scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts so far. And piled up on top of all the Mariners madness is high school football tonight.
Yeah, our sports director Jack Wallace is live at One Spokane Stadium for our game of the week. And Jack, how's it looking between LC and Mount Spokane now?
Well, we've had a pretty exciting into the first half, and the last time I spoke to it was 0-0 through the first quarter. LC hit an almost 50-yard field goal to put 3 on the board. Incredible work by Spitz. And then later on in the game, Mount Spokane ended up driving right down the field and scoring a touchdown to the halftime. It's a little quieter now. We just hit halftime seconds before we were on. So we have that 7-3 score at the half. And we can take a look back at last year's game. Was pretty epic between these two teams, setting up tonight's great matchup. It was a 31-30 final. Looking at this, I mean, it's incredible. Union Stadium hosted a game for the ages a year ago, which will be a year ago tomorrow. Mount Spokane victorious over LC. Jason Bonnet intercepted a late Tiger 2-point try, sealing a 31-30 win. Mount Spokane trailed 16-3 early and 30-24 late, pulled away with the win anyway. This season, the two are each in solid positions for the upcoming postseason. Wildcats tied for first in 3A. Tigers trailing, beating Gonzaga Prep, but they're in a good spot for that third 4A bid. Probably being a play-in game, at least they're trending right now. That would be in week 10. Mount Spokane 4-1, LC 2-3, both with G-Prep losses, and their wins have been pretty equally impressive so far. So we'll have the highlights here from this game. We got a lot of them. Don't let that low score fool you. We got a lot of really fun stuff from this game. And then we'll have, of course, the game coming up at 8 o'clock between University and Ferris, and a whole lot more around the Inland Northwest. We get Idaho in. A crosstown battle. Coeur d'Alene Lake City should be a ton of fun, among plenty others. And don't miss, later in the show, we're going to have a preview of Washington State at Ole Miss, that top 4 battle. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun down in Oxford. Reporting in Spokane, Jack Wallace, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, Jack, let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see if we're going to need to break out our hats and gloves tonight.
Well, it is going to be cooler, but certainly not cool. And boy, what a beautiful view we have this evening to the west-southwest over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It is still 65 degrees in Spokane. Sunset is coming right up, less than 10 minutes away at 6:11. We have had a few isolated showers and even a rumble of thunder around the region, and we'll continue to see those overnight. They are streaming up from the south. Right now, it looks like most of the football games should be in good shape, but wouldn't rule out a sprinkle or two anywhere around the region. Our forecast radar shows a lot of the wet weather holding off until the overnight. Here's 1 a.m. and you can see some of that precipitation streaming up from the south. That's going to pick up in intensity overnight and through tomorrow morning. We'll get a little bit of a breakthrough mid-morning. Here's our Saturday hour-by-hour forecast. And then the winds pick up and our odds of wet weather increase. We'll have sustained winds in the 15-mile-per-hour range, but gusts up to 25 miles per hour. We're topping out at a high of only 57. Another round of fairly steady rain coming in late in the day on Saturday and into a wet Sunday. This is our first big fall storm of the season, and the snow levels are dropping. I'll tell you about a winter storm watch in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
All right, thanks so much, Chris. Well, the first case of bird flu in a commercial flock has been confirmed in Grant County. Grant County Public Health says avian influenza was found in a commercial poultry operation. Workers there are being monitored as a precaution, but so far, no cases have been reported in people. This is the first outbreak among domestic birds birds in Grant County, though officials say more than 100 wild birds have tested positive since 2022. For tips on how to protect your flock, head to KXLY.com.
Well, a Mexican national who pleaded guilty to 8 counts of shooting a police officer was sentenced to an additional 3 years in jail today. Israel Garcia shot at officers during a drug bust in 2022. One of those bullets nearly hit an officer in the head. A Spokane judge today sentenced him to 23 years in prison. Last month, he was sentenced to 20 years on federal charges. Those 2 sentences will be served at the same time.
Downtown Spokane businesses that sell alcohol to go could be forced to limit the hours they sell it. For the past 6 months, the city has been experimenting with a ban on late-night sales.
Now, the state will soon decide if that experiment should become permanent. But how is that trial run going, and what's really at stake? Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards joins us with the answers.
Open drug use and public drinking in downtown Spokane have become a clear concern of people, businesses, and city leaders. So 6 months ago, the city proposed an alcohol impact area. This would ban the use of single-use alcohol such as tall boys or shooters after midnight.
This was a step that we could take to hold back on that supply and stop making it such an incentive for folks.
But only the state can officially approve an alcohol impact area. So for now, the city is testing it, meaning compliance is voluntary.
And during this time, we are conducting inspections, we're gathering information, we're talking to those business owners.
The city will present findings to the State Liquor and Cannabis Board, which could make the rules mandatory, possibly as early as this month.
We think we're moving in the right direction. We definitely hope that this will be something that becomes permanent.
The city has had alcohol impact areas before. The Downtown Spokane Partnership says things got worse when the rules were lifted. But now that they're back, even though it's voluntary, it seems to be working.
We really notice a remarkable difference in how people are behaving in public when those beverages are removed from stores downtown, as well as just the amount of debris that we experience.
Even though the city did not share any of the data it is collecting with us, it does say that businesses who comply have reported positive results.
They've seen fewer people come in to seek those, and that's hopefully the intent, is that if we can take away those things that are an incentive, we can hopefully connect those people to the right services and get them on the right path.
The date for when these findings will be presented to the state is at this time still unclear. However, the city hopes to do so soon. In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, get your wallets ready because the holiday shopping season, if you can believe it, is almost here.
We'll show you why prices are up and deals are down this year. Coming up, and paychecks stopping. Pink slips are going out because of the federal government shutdown. The growing pressure for Congress to get a deal done coming up.
And Spokane County is getting ready to send out hundreds of thousands of ballots. We'll show you how to make sure your vote counts next on 4 News Now.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Sandpoint Furniture, Carpet One.
All aboard for Model Train Magic. Join us Sunday, October 12th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Experience amazing operating layouts in every scale, from tiny Z to giant G. Browse railroad art, memorabilia, and an incredible selection of trains and supplies. Plus, enjoy free parking and delicious food while your visit helps local children's charities. Get all the details at rivercitymodelers.org.
Elegance, style, quality, custom made for your project. Agalite shower doors and bath enclosures by River City Glass are designed for a lifetime of use. Timeless beauty that speaks for itself with superior quality and exceptional value. Offering exquisite custom wine room enclosures and office room glass, specializing in custom mirrors crafted to fit your space. Producing high-performance glass for every project, residential and commercial. River City Glass.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network and see how you can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when you check the math at T-Mobile.com. Plus, your experience plan is guaranteed for 5 years.
Mirajoy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Do you think both of these tiles would work in my bathroom?
Tired of a big box service?
At Caruso's Floors, we've kept Spokane covered for over 80 years.
Right now, during our fall sale, it's a great time to check out our selection of quality Karastan products.
Caruso's Floors.
Well, tens of thousands of ballots will soon be sent out from the Spokane County Elections Office for the November election. Those ballots could arrive in your mailbox starting next Thursday.
But you still have time to register to vote or change your address. Derek Strom spoke with the county's election manager, who has a few tips for voters.
The county elections office says it's already prepared almost 400,000 ballots to be sent out in the mail starting next week, and it's been checking each of those ballots to make sure they're being sent to the right address and that it's the correct ballot for those people to vote. Some ballots have already been sent out to military and out-of-state voters. For all others, they go out on October 15th.
People register to vote or they move, change their addresses, and then we want to make sure that they get the correct ballot. So we will be preparing and mailing ballots every day now through the election, basically.
There's still time to register to vote or change your address online if you need to.
That Monday before Election Day is the last day you can do that online. After that, in the last 8 days, you have to do that in person. So you can go to votelaw.gov and register to vote or update your address or give us a call.
The elections office also recommends getting your ballot in early if you plan to vote by mail. The Postal Service is only picking up mail from local offices once per day, so if you mail in your ballot on Election Day, it likely won't be postmarked in time to be counted. Elections officials recommend sending your ballot in 3 to 4 days before Election Day, and if you can't, you can bring it to one of the county's drop boxes.
All of our drop boxes will be open next Wednesday. So you can use those. They're at all the public libraries, town halls, and Center Place Event Center in the Spokane Valley.
You can also drop off your ballot at the elections office. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
And for the first time, voters in North Idaho will decide the fate of a levy for Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. The department is asking for $6 million to keep current services running.
We're having a hard time being able to maintain service with our current budget needs.
We'll show you the factors that have the department stretched thin tonight at 6:30.
Very different kind of weekend ahead. We are going to have breezy conditions, especially on Saturday, 57 degrees, and then a high of only 50 on Sunday. Quite a drop from today. I'll be back with the hour-by-hour rundown of your weekend forecast after the break.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Monster Jam.
Welcome Broadway's Rock of Ages, the driving music force that rocked Broadway and millions of fans in the groundbreaking show Rock of Ages live in concert at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, November 20th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
GMA next week. From The Bear to Springsteen to GMA, Jeremy Allen White is live on Good Morning America. And just wait until you hear what he has to say. And Monday morning, it's Reese Witherspoon live right here on Good Morning America.
All right, here now is a live look at Spokane Arena, where fans are gearing up for tonight's Chiefs game against the Wenatchee Wild. The puck drops in about 45 minutes.
And it is Teen and Kid Closet night tonight. So if you bring a jacket or boots, you can get a $5 off their team store.
All right.
Fun. Yes, well, I think those Chiefs fans will likely not get rained on leaving tonight, but it's going to be very different as the weekend progresses, especially in terms of temperature. We did get to 70 degrees today. It was 79 yesterday. Our average high is 61. We started the day off at 59. Our average low now is 40 degrees. Sunrise in the 7 o'clock hour, and our sunset was a few minutes ago, 6:11. 65 right now in Spokane. We have a beautiful clear view to the west-southwest, a little bit different looking to the east over the Veterans Memorial Bridge in Coeur d'Alene, where it is 62 degrees. These temperatures are very mild, little above average, but quite a drop from yesterday. 11 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago in Spokane. The same is true for St. Mary's, 9 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago in Coeur d'Alene. And the cool down is just getting started. We have the first big fall storm moving in this weekend, bringing rain showers, a dramatic drop in temperatures, and we have our first winter storm watch for the mountains. Rainfall totals through tomorrow morning will be very, very light in most of eastern Washington, in the hundredths of an inch. A little bit heavier through North Idaho. That seems to be where the rain wants to fall over the next 24 hours. Saturday at 8 o'clock, we start to see things really picking up in North Idaho, but also eastern Washington as well. Through the overnight and into Sunday morning, could get up to, well, a ½ inch of precipitation possible by the time we're into Sunday evening. Also some good beneficial rains through the Palouse, and it tapers off as we go into the Columbia Basin, but we've got some big snow coming in the mountains. Our winds will be peaking, breezy conditions off and on through the weekend, but peaking Saturday afternoon. Here's Saturday at 3 o'clock. Cold front moving through. We've got wind gusts in the 25-mile-per-hour range, and then a little bit less breezy on Sunday. We've got a big drop in our temperatures, down to 50 on Sunday, 52 Monday, and then we're back up closer to average for the rest of the week with some sunshine. But there is that winter storm watch Sunday morning through Monday morning above 3,000 feet, 6 to 12 inches of snow possible. And I'm going to talk more about this in the next half hour. Let's talk about your 7-day forecast. We have got wet weather Saturday and Sunday, tapering off on Monday, but as our skies clear, our overnight lows really drop. 32 on Tuesday morning. If you haven't had a frost at your house yet, tomorrow, early next week, you'll want to take some precautions, and we'll certainly remind you several times between now and then. And then staying dry through at least Thursday, possibly bringing back our active weather pattern heading into next weekend. Kirsten?
Okay, got to keep our eyes out pretty far here. Thank you, Chris. The federal government has now been shut down for 10 days, and it's impacting the paychecks of thousands of government workers.
Now, one government agency is announcing mass layoffs, attributing it in part to the shutdown. ABC's Christiane Cordero explains.
It's payday for the federal workforce, the final check millions of government workers expect to receive until Congress turns the lights back on at the Capitol. And some won't have work to return to. The Office of Management and Budget confirms today layoffs have begun and that they are, quote, substantial. A Health and Human Services spokesperson says the department sent layoff notices across multiple divisions, quote, as a direct consequence of the Democrat-led government shutdown, though they also add HHS under Biden became, quote, a bloated bureaucracy.
Donald Trump has been wanting to do this, right? He's been firing federal workers.
Unlike the vast majority of federal workers, members of Congress continued to get paid through the shutdown. On a path to ending it, Democrats are placing blame on House Speaker Mike Johnson's decision to send Republican representatives home.
Donald Trump's strategy during this government shutdown that he has created has been to play golf and issue deepfake videos. Mike Johnson's strategy is to keep House Republicans on vacation.
Democrats insist on passing a bill that restores Republican cuts to Medicaid and extends Obamacare subsidies, something Republicans say should be debated after the government reopens.
We did our job. By way of reminder, the House passed a clean, nonpartisan CR 3 weeks ago today to keep the government funded and, by extension, to pay our troops and TSA agents and Border Patrol agents and air traffic controllers and the rest of our federal workforce.
At a food pantry in Fort Hood, Texas, this woman says she and her fellow military families waited in line for 2 hours.
We've come a couple times before, but we haven't felt the actual need to come until the government shut down.
It's unclear how many people have been laid off so far, but the White House last week said the cuts would likely be in the thousands. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Another one of President Trump's perceived political enemies is now facing federal charges. New York Attorney General Letitia James indicted for alleged bank fraud. The charges come less than 2 weeks after former FBI Director James Comey was indicted on 2 felony charges.
These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost.
And James oversaw the $500 million civil fraud case against Trump and his family. Trump has repeatedly called James out as someone he believes the Justice Department should prosecute. His hand-picked attorney, Lindsay Halligan, presented the case against her to a grand jury just 3 weeks after her predecessor, Eric Siebert, was fired. Siebert spent 5 months investigating James's properties, looking for mortgage fraud, but ultimately decided there was not enough evidence to charge her.
It looks to me like she's very guilty of something, but I really don't know.
Now, James is accused of using her home in Virginia as a rental investment property while claiming it would be her secondary residence, saving herself nearly $19,000 on her loan. She has not yet entered a plea, but in her statement, she vows to fight the charges in court.
Still ahead, from Hollywood to his hometown, Spokane is paying tribute to Bing Crosby in a big way. We'll show you the moment his family helped mark a new Bing's Day downtown.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Avamere at South Hill.
Luxurious Karastan flooring, the flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event, receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan.
At Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One, Floor and Home.
You know, the Headless Horseman and I used to be inseparable. Haunting the countryside, spooking the townsfolk. Man, we were legendary. But then he heard about Northern Quest's $60,000 Heads Will Roll giveaway. I know. And now he's off using his Camus card to rack up entries for a shot at the $30,000 grand prize. I mean, the dude won't even text me back now. Then again, ghosting is kind of his thing.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Check out the expanded strength equipment at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities.
Spokane has one of the highest rates of domestic violence in Washington. Create Your Statement is changing that, empowering youth to build self-worth, recognize abuse, and foster safe, healthy relationships. Visit createyourstatement.org and help us build stronger futures today.
Tackle every job with power and precision this season with Pape Machinery Ag and Turf. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing for up to 84 months on a new John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor with 120R standard loader, all for just $249 per month. Shop online or head to your nearest Pape Machinery location to experience the unmatched customer service and support that keeps your operation running strong. But don't wait, this offer ends October 31st. Pape keeps you moving.
Luxurious Karastan flooring, the flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event, receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan.
It's Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One, Floor and Home.
Bing Crosby's timeless voice was the soundtrack for those exploring the Crosby Center Museum this afternoon. The famous singer starred in classic films in the 40s and 50s and recorded some of the most well-known songs like White Christmas. And he got his start here in Spokane.
Bing Crosby left a legacy in the Lilac City that spans from music to athletics to radio and TV. And today, the city of Spokane honored his achievements. Here's Mary Sheridan to show us Spokane's newest landmark.
You can find Bing Crosby's legacy in many places here in Spokane, but today the city decided to honor the famous musical star in a new way. The honorary Bing Crosby Way now runs along Sprague in downtown Spokane, right across from the Bing Crosby Theater. The dedication drew a crowd of fans this morning in the Chronicle Courtyard.
I've always been a fan of Bing Crosby, but I'm now a super fan, learning so much about him.
Suzanne Oster-Smith is organizing another tribute to Crosby tomorrow at Gonzaga. Audience members will enjoy an hour of performances by undergrad students.
It's been really fun to see their interest be piqued by learning about what an important part he was of Spokane's history and the real impact he made within the industry of the performing arts.
Crosby even inspired the name of the GU a cappella group, the Big Bing Theory, which is also performing on Saturday.
We're really proud of, the musical culture that Bing has been able to kind of bring from Gonzaga and in the Spokane area.
Crosby was very active in Spokane's music and theater scene. Lauren Harris wrote a book about Crosby's life. She describes him as the first multimedia star.
He brought the media to Spokane, and he invested in KXLY. In radio and TV.
A historic marker now commemorates this achievement on the side of the Simons Building downtown. Mary Crosby, Bing's daughter, attended both of these dedications. She was excited to return to a city her father spoke so highly of.
It's where he grew up, so he had really fond childhood memories of both Gonzaga and sledding and the way he got to live. He loved it, and that was clear in his stories.
Reporting in Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Really special. The energy at T-Mobile Park is so strong it is shaking the ground.
We'll show you how fans and a new device dubbed Richter Riz are measuring the excitement tonight. And as Kootenai County grows, so do the calls for help. We'll show you why firefighters say they can't keep up without your vote this November.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Do you have old or unused medication? Keep your loved ones safe by disposing of your unneeded medications at a drop-off location. It's a simple way to make your home safer and to help prevent misuse or accidental poisoning. Find a secure take-back kiosk near you at medtakebackwashington.org.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network and see how you can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when you check the math at T-Mobile.com. Plus, your experience plan is guaranteed for 5 years.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with Sausage McGriddles and more breakfast favorites. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
All right, let's go right back inside the Viking, where fans are cheering on the M's, who are right in the middle of Game 5 tonight against the Detroit Tigers in T-Mobile Park.
Yeah, we are currently in the bottom of the 5th inning. Seattle still leading this one by a count of 1-0. Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal making it hard for the M's with 10 strikeouts in 5 innings of work, but George Kirby has been up to the task as well. Brilliant for him through 5. Now, the big dumper himself, Cal Raleigh, said he felt the ground at T-Mobile Park shake during Game 2. So one group decided to install this seismometer in the ballpark known as Richter Riz after broadcaster Rick Riz to see just how much energy the fans bring to tonight's game.
Gotta hear more about that. And if the Mariners do make it to the next round, the Better Business Bureau wants to remind people, please be aware of scammers selling fake tickets to the AL Championship Series. The Better Business Bureau says scams have been reported across the country this postseason, and the agency says you should only get tickets from authorized sources like the MLB Ballpark app, official team websites, or verified resellers that can offer ticket confirmation. That means you'll want to avoid deals you see on places like Craigslist, social media, or from individual sellers. Shifting to college football now, Washington State travels to Ole Miss tomorrow, pushing for a historic upset.
Jack Wallace is live at One Spokane Stadium to give us an extra preview on how the Cougs feel ahead of this daunting task, Jack.
Well, high school football here, it's 14-3, a score update for you. Mount Spokane just took a pick-6 to take a 2-score lead now. We can shift over a bit to college football. That's coming up tomorrow with Washington State taking on an Ole Miss team that's number 4 in the country. They're still unbeaten, and they've been a lead at darn near everything except rushing defense. So we'll see if the Cougs can get a little bit of exploiting that off. Now, taking a look at Washington State, they're coming off a pretty impressive win over Colorado State. They're 2-3 on the season so far, or 3-2 on the season. They won 20-3 over future Pac-12 foe Colorado State, a game where the defense especially shined. WSU hasn't beaten a top 5 team since 2017, and they haven't done that in a true road game since 1988. Head coach Jimmy Rogers spoke this week on how exhilarating it is to face such a huge team in a hectic environment like Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
Always a buzz anytime you get an opportunity to just play great schools, but to have the opportunity to play at the number 4 team in the country. I think everybody should be excited about that. I'm excited about it. You don't get these opportunities often where you get to go into a full house, 66,000, and be cheered against. I think those environments are fun, and the players should look forward to it.
WSU is 1-9 all-time against SEC teams, but hey, that might be a little bit of good luck because you want to know the last time they beat an SEC team? 1988. So maybe that's a little bit of a good luck charm. You never know if the Cougs can pull off what would be a historic upset. They're big-time underdogs, over 30 points, so it'd be pretty big if they pulled that off. But hey, we got plenty more coming up later on tonight on 4 News Now Nightside, Friday Night Sports Extra. Of course, we got this game and plenty more all around the end of the Northwest. I'm going to go run over to Ridgeline and Central Valley to get my couple games of the night. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Can't wait for that coming up. Reporting in Spokane, Jack Wallace, 4 News Now Sports.
And I'll be on the air starting at 7:30 tomorrow morning for the Cougar Tailgate Show on the radio. You can listen on 920 KXOY.
And you're also going to be running out to a football game here pretty soon.
That's right. In about 10 more minutes.
So Friday Night Sports Extra will be extra special tonight, Chris.
Yes, it will. I'll be there, and the weather is really cooperating with the games here in downtown Spokane. In fact, as you look to the west over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, you would have no idea we are in the beginning stages of a big change in our weather pattern. It's still 65 degrees. Sunset was at 6:11. But as we take a look at our satellite and radar, you can see that the clouds are streaming in. We have had a few showers around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and more wet weather is streaming up through the central panhandle. We'll have the chance of showers increasing, especially in eastern Washington overnight. It looks like a lot of the evening is going to be dry. Our high temperatures today, a pretty good drop from yesterday, but still well above average. We hit 70 in Spokane, 74 in Coeur d'Alene. It was 75 today in Grand Coulee and 74 in Omak. But here's tomorrow's highs in the 50s, and the cool down is just getting started. A few 60s, including in downtown and 9 Mile, 59 in Meade, 58 degrees in Deer Park. But we will be cooler on Sunday and wetter as well. Your Saturday high temperature 57, 61 is our average high. Our odds of showers increase throughout the day into a soggy late afternoon and evening. There is a winter storm watch that goes into effect for Sunday for parts of the region. I'll tell you all about that and how the snow is piling up in the mountains in your 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. When Kootenai County voters head to the polls next month, they will have a $6 million levy to consider.
The levy is for Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. It's the first time in the department's history it has asked for a levy. If passed, it would cost homeowners about $44 per $100,000 of taxable assessed value per year. Madeline Mullins spoke with Kootenai Fire today and shares why the department says this money is very much needed.
As this community continues to grow, so do the number of calls coming in to Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. It tells me with its current budget, it no longer has enough money to keep up. These growing pains impact everything from emergency response times to the number of firefighters and paramedics the department needs. On top of that, Kootenai Fire says inflation has increased their costs as well.
As more people move in, creates more emergencies that we do respond to. So with the growth and with inflation, we're finding ourselves in a very difficult financial situation.
Right now, Idaho law limits annual budget growth to 3%, which the fire department says is not enough. That's why they're asking voters to pass a levy in November. Firefighters say if it passes, they'd be able to maintain the current level of service and prepare for future growth.
We've done everything we can to cut our budget without sacrificing service, but now we're at a position where we have to ask the voters what they would like us to do.
The median home price in the county is around $550,000. If passed, those homeowners would pay about $20 more a month to fund the levy.
Our budget's not adjusting like it used to, which could be the reason that you're seeing more fire districts asking for levy overrides.
Last year, voters approved a bond for the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department and a levy for Northern Lakes Fire District. This will be the first time that Kootenai Fire has a levy on the ballot. Kootenai County Fire and Rescue tells me that if this levy does not pass, it would mean a reduction in services. In Kootenai County, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All around the nation tonight, authorities say that 19 people are dead or missing after a massive blast at an explosives company in Tennessee.
It happened this morning at a facility that manufactured military explosives. ABC's Sherelle Hubbard has the latest as crews search through the ash and rubble.
A home security camera captured the explosion, rattling home some 20 miles away from the Accurate Energetic Systems plant. Residents thought it may have been a lightning strike, an earthquake, or a meteor.
Very devastating blast.
That blast Friday morning leveled an explosives company in McEwen, Tennessee, about an hour southwest of Nashville. Sheriff Chris Davis choked back tears as he confirmed that there were multiple fatalities and people missing.
We do have 19 souls. That we're looking for. So excuse me, I ask you to keep in mind those families.
As far as the amount of employees there, I know the entire facility has approximately 80 employees. However, we do not at this time know how many were maybe involved in this blast.
The company specialized in making military explosives and was a beloved employer for many in the community. Now law enforcement agencies from across the state are on the scene to try and piece together what went wrong.
Trying to figure out and recreate or figure out what actually happened to cause this. Do I see a short-term explanation? No. Do I see us being here for many days? Yes.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Well, holiday shopping may look a little different this year with higher prices and fewer deals.
The impact tariffs are having on what ends up on store shelves coming up.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
At Parker Toyota, Toyota trucks aren't just vehicles. They're a tradition built on performance, reliability, and unmatched durability. That legacy lives on in every new Tundra and Tacoma. Powered by innovation, loaded with advanced technology, and ready for whatever the Northwest brings.
The same high standards that built these legendary trucks guide our customer service because tradition isn't just preserved, it's lived.
Toyota trucks, built for generations at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
I wanna get up, I wanna get down. From Hollywood, it's Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, Tuesday on ABC.
Subway surfing, kids putting their lives at risk. Now what authorities are doing to stop the dangerous stunt.
If they saw somebody up here on this train, what would these guys do?
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
It is Friday, and that means it's time to go for a ride on the Air 4 drone.
Earlier this year, we introduced you to Gary Brown, who was closing in on his 1,000th hike after having a knee replacement more than a decade ago. Since then, he's passed that milestone. And in this week's Air 4 adventure, we catch up with him on the Bull Creek Trail near Rose Lake in Idaho.
We're at Rose Lake at the Bull Run Trailhead. Trails of the Coeur d'Alene. North Idaho is gorgeous just about any time of year, really, but this is my favorite time, the fall. I could not walk 13 years ago because my knees had gotten so bad. So they replaced both my knees in 2012, 2013, and the doctor told me that I needed to start to walk. Don't play any more sports, just walk. He said, of course, the more you lose that weight, and that'll help the knees too, and your diabetes. And I didn't really set out to do any number of hikes. I was just trying to lose the weight, try to get back in shape. Then, before you know it, I'm hiking 3, 4, 5 days a week. So I start adding them up about 3 or 4 years ago, and and I had like 800 and something. So I set a goal to hike 1,000.
Well, hi everyone. This is Gary Brown. This is welcome to another segment of Sauntering with God. This is a real special hike for us. Number 1,000.
1,000 was Clifty Peak, just south of Bonners Ferry. And my family was with me. I was so thrilled. And it was just really just a real fun time spending, just kind of reflecting on the last 13 years, of what I've been doing. And I don't know, it's just kind of satisfying. Through your drone, it inspired me to go purchase a drone. The drone footage has just been amazing. These mountains here and these lakes and streams and rivers are so amazing. And so we've gotten some excellent drone footage. I'm at 1,014 now, and I've hiked over 4,000 miles, and I've gained over 1 million feet in elevation gain. And that wasn't the case at the beginning. You might remember I said it took me about 3.5 hours to do 2.5 miles when I first started. So you got to start where you are, and then you just got to keep moving forward with those goals.
Walk on, Gary. Very, very cool. Well, if you are hiking up above 3,000 feet later this weekend, you might run into some snow, and we've got some cool weather at night coming ahead. Gardeners, looks like we may have a frost if you haven't had one at your house yet. Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, look cool. I'll be back with your forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
The Tire Store for winter tires with no credit hassles. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified. Start an account with no credit check.
Tire Store.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
It's all-wheel drive season this week at Findlay Honda Spokane, where we are taking our top-rated CRVs, HRVs, and Honda Pilots and Ridgeline trucks and marking them down.
Save up to $2,800 on CRVs.
And save up to $3,000 on Ridgeline trucks.
And save up to $3,999 on Honda Pilots.
It's the perfect time to trade up to a better set of wheels before the winter months arrive. This week at Findlay Honda Spokane.
Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm the Education Coordinator for Wastewater and Stormwater. Today we're going to be talking about dog poop. You might be thinking it's like fertilizer, but it's not. It's actually bad for our waterways and can contain bacteria like E. coli, and that's obviously a health hazard. So pick up after your pet to keep us all healthy and safe. To learn more about stormwater tips and city projects that are protecting our river, go to SpokaneStormwater.org.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
Wow, that is awesome. 15 high school bands taking the field tomorrow for the Pacific Northwest Marching Band Championships at Union Stadium. For students, it's more than a competition. It's a chance to perform together after months of separation. Meade band director Rob Lewis says that experience still matters, even in a digital world.
Whether it was before electronics and now with electronics, the students still love these live events and hanging together, live productions, whether it's on stage at a theater production or out on the marching band field. It's fun to see that there still is that element of coming together as a team to present a product for people.
Of course, we can relate to that, Chris.
Right on, yes.
Each show is a blend of music, movement, and teamwork, and for these students, tomorrow night is their time to shine. And they are awesome.
Isn't that great? I love band music. It's so great.
Shout out to Derek Strom, who is on the marching band.
Oh, yes, he certainly was at WSU.
Yeah, we love talking about Derek's many talents. And speaking of that Derek, our Derek Dice just left for a high school football game.
Yes, he's in the band. No, no, he's covering it.
Maybe he'll have a few shots. Sometimes they do for Friday Night Sports Extra.
Oh my goodness, yes. And it looks like most of the games are going to be in good shape, but the weekend is going to take some planning. 4 things to know. It is our first significant storm of fall. Weekend rain showers off and on throughout the entire weekend. We're going to have a big cool down. We were at 70 today. Many locations will stay in the 40s on Sunday, and we do have that storm watch for the mountains. Our first winter storm watch goes from Sunday morning till Monday morning, above 3,000 feet for 6 to 12 inches of snow. Now, the vast majority of that snow is going to be well above 3,000 feet, 4,000 feet and above, but you'll find some slush down a little bit lower, and there is snow likely for all of the mountain passes over the region Sunday and Monday. Early morning is going to be the worst. During the day, we'll warm up well enough that the road should be in pretty good shape. A mix of rain and snow on Snoqualmie Pass. Stevens could get 1 to 3 inches of snow over the weekend. 4th of July Pass, mostly just rain, and Lookout Pass 2 to 4 inches of snow with higher totals in the mountain areas. I'm going to take you all the way through Monday morning on our forecast radar, and I'm zoomed out a little bit more than usual so you can see the Cascades and as well as the Northeast Mountains. We're starting off Saturday morning at 6 in the morning with a few showers around the region. Those pick up in the afternoon. Here's 6 o'clock Saturday with a good chance of rain through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We'll get some breaks through Sunday morning. Here's Sunday at 8 a.m. And watch as more and more blue shows up on the forecast radar around the region. Sunday during the day really wants to favor south of I-90 down in the LC Valley, Moscow and Pullman, keeping that chance of precipitation going through Monday morning. Your planning forecast: a breezy, showery weekend Saturday and Sunday. Monday, lingering showers mainly in the morning, and then we dry out with some clear skies, cool weather, even though our temperatures will be warmer than the weekend, except at night. We've got some cool mornings ahead. 32 Tuesday morning, 33 Wednesday morning, and then some warmer nights as we head into the end of next week, possibly even a shower on Friday. Kirsten?
All right, when I see that frost, I'm feeling very happy that the VIP in my life, my father-in-law, blew out the sprinklers.
Oh, yes. Oh, that is nice. Yes.
He's the best. All right. Thanks, Chris. The holiday shopping season is quickly approaching. Shoppers will feel the impact of tariffs at the checkout line. ABC's Rena Roy has tips on ways you can save.
As shoppers get their wish lists ready for the holiday season, retailers are feeling the effects of the Trump administration's tariffs.
With the tariffs, there's an upward pressure to increase prices or adjust prices if you're the retailer. And so how that's impacting the consumer, obviously, there are certain items that are going to be more expensive than they have been historically.
One thing to look out for this year is inventory.
We expect inventory to be, on the shelves this holiday season. You might not see as broad of a variation of certain items. Retailers have been very methodical on which inventory to put on the shelves, given the tariff pressures, and just been very kind of thoughtful about what their product offering is.
Retailers recommend starting your shopping early.
What's really important is for consumers to set their budget ahead of time, stick to the budget, and then just try to shop early, get ahead of and understand where there's promotions, not necessarily waiting until Black Friday, Cyber Monday to kind of complete their sales.
Expect fewer deals this holiday season.
The retailers are not sitting on excess inventory like they have in the past, where they were really focused on trying to promote and sell as much as possible.
Some of the most impacted items this holiday season are apparel, footwear, tech, and even toys. Prioritize your big ticket items by pre-ordering or reserving ahead of time, and be flexible when shopping for certain brands, as availability may vary.
It's really important for the consumer to, shop, compare pricing, consider trading down. If it's a branded item, potentially looking at private label items, secondary items such that it's re-commerce or secondhand has become more important.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This month, get spooktacular savings on new Sierra 1500 Denali's with $16,250 off or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This week is the perfect time to upgrade your home at Walker's Furniture.
We're doubling and tripling the savings on beautiful new sofa and love seat combinations, stylish new bedroom sets, and the best selection of top name brand mattress sets.
It's all on sale this week, and you can multiply your savings with a sales tax discount or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no money down and no minimum purchase required.
Get it today and pay over time.
This week at Walker's Furniture.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Soft and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
It matters late at night. It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
Are minimalized with none.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you.
Hi, Alex.
Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have convenient locations right in your neighborhood with pharmacists ready to get to know you.
Where you get your medicine matters.
My name is Carol Lacombe, and I'm 82 years old, and I have been here 2 years. My husband passed away, so I ended up feeling pretty isolated. We took a look around, and I thought, this is the place. It was very welcoming. Everyone seems to be very open and friendly. I find it to be just a very comfortable, home-like place to be. It is home.
This month, get spooktacular savings on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's, up to $15,000 off or 3.9% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
And plan for a different kind of weekend. Your husband's making spaghetti sauce.
That's the hope. I mean, it was in a text, so I felt like I could report it to you.
Well, now we've said it on the air. I did that on purpose. I'm hoping my husband does the same thing. Spaghetti sauce weekend weather.
Yeah, we should compare notes.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Have a good one.
Sign up for the 4 News Now